What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back here with another YouTube video. In today's video we're going to be doing why I think DC should make a Death in the Family live action movie or some kind of adaptation. So yeah, let's get into this I guess. So it's going to be one of these more question videos or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, let's actually get into it. So before we start the video I just want to say this quickly. I know DC has already made animated movies called Under the Red Hood, and they also recently released Batman: A Death in the Family, which is a story movie. I haven't even, I had never watched the newest one. I watched Under the Red Hood, so yeah. And I've also read the comic and stuff, so it's not like I'm clueless on this topic. So just want to make sure that's clear as well. And the prime point of this video is to more do just a live action one. I just want to say that right now. So yeah, let's get into this. Batman: A Death in the Family, one of the more well-known comics and slash one of the more like interesting ones. It's and a lot of people it's their top time favorite comic. Pretty good Batman comic, pretty critically acclaimed, pretty good. Personally, I enjoy the comic. I thought it was really good. Uh, so yeah, let's get into this video. So, Batman: Death in the Family. Just a brief summary. Pretty much what happens in it is Batman and Robin, specifically Jason Todd Robin, both decide to go. It's a long process, but pretty much Robin tries to, or Jason Todd tries to track down his birth mother, and he ends up going like in, I think it's the Middle East if my memory serves me right. And then Batman's going there because he's chasing after the Joker. Then we see that Jason Todd finds his mother, but Joker found her first, and he ends up tricking Jason Todd into he tricks Jason Todd into following him and whatever, and Batman's back there, and then he ends up capturing him, and he pretty much beats up Jason Todd. He beats him with a crowbar. Uh, he I can't. He doesn't beat his mother, but um, yeah, and then he leaves a bomb, and then, long story short, he kills Joker. Ends up successfully killing Jason Todd, and yeah, that's pretty much what happens in it. It's a darker comic. Yeah, and then there's the continuation where he ends up. We see Jason Todd ends up going to the Lazarus pit and waking up, and then turning into Red Hood. Hellbent and he's a anti-hero, works with Batman stuff. Yeah. So what I'm proposing for this video is I wouldn't mind seeing just a whole entity of a Red Hood origin story. In all honesty, now you don't have to of course, you don't have to uh, directly adapt it from the comic. Like we don't need to be seeing Jason Todd's mother. I'm just being friendly honest. I don't think we need to be seeing that. And a lot of these things as well, like these movies and stuff, most of the time it's adapted that Jason Todd ends up chasing down the Joker when him and Batman are fighting him, and then he gets trapped. That's what happens in a lot of them. Uh, yeah, that's what happens in a lot of them. So that's something else to think about as well. Is you don't have to directly adapt it. What the main plot points you need to adapt is, of course, Jason Todd ending up dying, and that's pretty much it. And maybe turning into Red Hood. So yeah, let's go into my plans. So like I just said, I want to see this in some form of a live action. I preferably I would like to see Red Hood, an origin story. I think that would be a pretty good name. I wouldn't even call it like a Batman story. In full honesty, I would much rather just this kind of being more an origin story. And heck, I don't even care at this point. You could do a cartoon version as well, an animated version. But hear me out before you're like, there's already been an Under the Red Hood adaptation for animated universe. I am changing something severely different. Now we could have a part 1 and 2. To be honest with you guys, this could be separated in part 1 and 2. Maybe put them at about like an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes long. Not too long, but I would say in the first part we see more of like just Batman and Jason Todd and directing, like doing the kind of death in the family kind of part. So I would like to see that happening. Like maybe throughout it we see like Batman and Robin growing together. We see exactly how Batman just how Batman found Jason Todd, for example, or the how Jason Todd acted, like because he acted severely different than Dick Grayson. We could see like more of that, and then by the end of the movie, we see Jason Todd run off and get killed by the Joker, and then probably at the end, we would see something along the lines of uh, Batman holding Jason Todd as he's dead, but then in the post-credit scene, we see like Red Hood and actually we would see like at the end of the movie would end off like the cover right here, which would be like Batman holding Jason Todd, his dead body. Yeah. So I think that would happen. I think that would be perfect. Then the second part would be maybe slightly longer, about 1 hour 40, maybe 1 hour 30. And it would be like the whole Red Hood origin, where we would see like his whole getting revived, and then he starts training for it to be the Red Hood, and then he returns to Gotham only to see Batman's kind of replaced him with Tim Drake, and then he gets into a clash and he tries to kill Joker, and then yeah, and then in the end, he ends up being turned into Red Hood, the anti-hero, and then he ends up joining up with Batman. I think that would be a decent thing. So, like I just said, this could definitely be an interesting movie in an animated form, or even if they adapt this into like do it with Robert Pattinson's Batman, that could happen. You never know. Uh, so yeah, this what I'm trying to get at as well is this would be more from the Red Hood perspective or Jason Todd's perspective, more than say Batman, for example. So that's something else I want to make sure it's clear. Like it morally follows Jason Todd and expands a bit, like how the comic does, because I feel like as much as the Batman Under the Red Hood is good, uh, it's just personally, in my opinion, um, it focuses a lot more on Batman. And again, I haven't seen Death in the Family. I know something else happens in that, but that could be expanded on. So my apologies if it's similar to that. I haven't seen it yet. Um, but yeah, let's just say I'm proposing this for live action. I'll go quickly through it. I think you would maybe erase a little bit of it. Maybe try and condense it into a 2 hour movie. But like again, let's just try. Let's say Warner Brothers. I say put more perspective on Red Hood. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a Red Hood standalone movie like Batman there. Like it doesn't even have to tie in with like a trilogy or something like that. I think it would be really interesting as a standalone movie. That's just my opinion. Uh, but yeah, let's go over my cast. So personally, I don't think this would work really with the DCU. Personally, that's just my opinion. I don't think it'll work very well with the DCU. I don't think Ben Affleck would do alright, but like maybe you could do a DCU, but like you would do a little bit flashback or something. But uh, Zack Snyder's already said in the DCU that Ben Affleck is. Batman has already lost Dick Grayson as he died to the Joker. So that's something else as well. So I'm not too sure exactly with Jason Todd. So we're gonna kind of skip DCU. But like I could totally see like him with Robert Pattinson's Batman, like when he's a bit older. I could totally see this happening. Like maybe we get like 2 movies of Robert Pattinson, maybe get Dick Grayson at the end of the second one or the first one, whatever. But like then we would see Dick Grayson grow up a bit. Maybe we'll see like Red Hood at the end or whatever. I mean, not Red Hood. Then it would set up like the Red Hood solo movie. But yeah, this. But the thing also is hard to mention is the fact that Red Hood gets severely. He ages and stuff, and Robert Pattinson's pretty young. So that would be difficult as well. That's why I would say more going towards an animated per se movie, or maybe just a plain old standalone live action, because that could be different. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Uh, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.